Are you in love with love? Do you want to stop and smell the roses? Do you enjoy reading or eating a delicious treat? Do you like a little bit of romance? Or do you need some in your life? Well, my friend, you've come to the right place because you might want to try the InLoveAthon! Hello, friends, and welcome to my first TBR for a ReadAthon of 2018. Oh, I've been so excited about this ReadAthon since I heard about it, and the title of it is InLoveAthon because we all need a little bit more love, right? It sounds like a really cool read-along because there are 10 challenges. You don't have to do all 10. They're encouraging you to try to do at least 7 though, but you can stack the same book for multiple challenges if you need to or want to, or you can read a separate book for each and every challenge. Totally up to you. The lovely hosts for this event are Hardback Hoarder, Paper Fairy, Tiny Book Dragon, Jordan Discombobulated, Christina's Journey, and Bookish Babbler. I'm going to link Christina's Journeys and Paper Fairy's announcement videos down below so that you can make sure to check it out and get a few different perspectives. Of course, you're always welcome to enter InLoveAthon, and that will pop up all the host announcement videos and TBRs for you. So make sure to check that out because this is going to be a really fun readathon. It's going to be happening from February 9th to February 15th. And there's also going to be some movie watching parties and some reading sprints on Twitter. And so that's going to be so much fun. I love those. They're just a great joy to be able to communicate and participate with other people at the same time. It is just, oh, it's the best. So without further ado, let's get into what this InLoveAthon has in store for us. There are 10 challenges, and I am only planning to do 9 of the 10 at the moment. Perhaps if I do really well and I'm on a roll, you only have to do, you don't have to do anything, but you're encouraged to complete 7 of the 10 challenges. And the first challenge is to read a book by your favorite romance author. Now, I had it going between Casey West and Jennifer L. Armentrout, but I've already read all but 2 books of Casey West, and I don't think the last 2 that I haven't read are romance books. I don't think that they are. So I'm going to be reading White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It is the first book in a paranormal series, and so yeah, I'm really kind of excited to see what that one's all about. The second challenge is to read a book with your favorite romantic trope. Now, I am a huge sucker for the hate to love trope. It just gets me every time. Oh, I love it. I don't care if sometimes they're cheesy. I just still adore. I don't know if it's like the hard to get thing or, overcoming adversity. I mean, I think there's a lot of different reasons that I tend to just eat that trope up. But yes, that when I'm thinking about 2 books, I have Shatter Me, which I'm not going to get into. If you want to discuss the reason I'm thinking about this one, we can talk about it in the comments below. But it's either going to be this one or by Tahira Mafi or The Hating Game, and I believe that's by Cecilia Ahern, but I'm not 100% sure. And that depends on whether or not I get it in time from my library. I'm on hold for that one, so we'll see. I'm thinking one of those 2 for the hate to love trope for the second challenge. For the third challenge, it's to read a book with a prince or princess. And this one has given me the most difficulty because there are several books that I would really like to read with a prince or princess. And I'm going to share two that I have personally and one that I'm getting from a library in the next day or two. And that is And I Darken by Kirsten White. This one, the main heroine is a princess, and I've had this one on my TBR since last spring. Oh, Valentine's Day. I got this book for Valentine's Day. My husband bought it for me for Valentine's Day last year. That's what it was. Yeah, so I've had it on my TBR for almost 365 days now, and I still haven't read it. The next book that I have is called The Prince Warriors by Priscilla Schreier, and this just sounds like such a fascinating read. Here, I'll just read I'll read this little blurb on the back because it's really interesting. They heard a loud crack, and then the tree right next to them split open, its edges glowing red like embers from a roaring fire. "Lightning," Xavier said. They dodged out of the way as the blackened tree began to topple over, crashing to the ground in a shower of sparks. Evan felt his courage evaporate. If this was a dream, it was getting way too scary. The deadly lightning, the falling trees, the growing rumble that seemed to shake the forest to its roots, the ominous blackening of the sky. Evan wanted to wake up now, but somehow he knew that this was real. "Welcome to Ateros," said the strange little creature in the purple robe. "Earth is but a shadow in the unseen realm. This is the real world where the battle rages, where your true enemy lies." "How can we fight this enemy?" said Xavier, glancing at his little brother. Evan, in alarm, "We're just kids." Rothwatch gave the slightest smirk. "Here in Hatheros, you are warriors. Prince warriors." I don't know, it just sounded really intriguing. It is the first book in a trilogy, and I don't remember what its trilogy's called, and it doesn't say. Cricket. I don't know what this trilogy is called, but anyway, it's the first book in a trilogy, and it just sounded really intriguing to me. And so when I kept seeing this in my bookstore, and I almost bought it a couple of times, and I didn't. But then it went. This one right here, this copy, for whatever reason, went to the clearance section, and I scooped this bad boy up quick. But I've yet to read it. So there's that one. The third book is another one of the host's recommendations, and that is Hunted by Megan Spooner. Now, I have read a couple of books that were co-authored by Megan Spooner and Amy Kaufman, and I really enjoyed those books. They were great reads, and I am looking, forward to reading more by her. But again, I haven't. And it is one of the host recommendations, so it kind of, again, it depends on if my library, if I get it in time, and if I don't read one of these wonderful possible books. The fourth challenge is to read an original fairy tale and then watch the Disney adaptation. Now, for this challenge, I have chosen one of the classic original tales from the Brothers Grimm, and that is Rapunzel. Isn't this just a beautiful cover? I love this stuff. I just love the tree. I think it's gorgeous, and I love these greens. And look at this. It's not, I don't know, it's not like it's anything super special, but I just love this shade of green on the spine. It's just, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm planning on reading for the fourth challenge, is to read Rapunzel and watch Tangled, because who doesn't want a little bit more Flynn Rider in their life? Oh, frying pans, who knew? Okay, sorry, I couldn't resist. Number 5 is to read a book while eating a Valentine's treat. Now, this one is kind of maybe the biggest challenge of them all for me, because I have not been eating sugar for almost 2 weeks now, and I don't know that I want to break that just for a challenge. Maybe, I don't know. So I've thought about eating strawberries, because I've always considered strawberries a very Valentine's Day treat. Also, I've thought about maybe looking to see if I can find like a dark chocolate oat kind of I don't know, so like an energy ball thing. I don't know. Does that make any sense to anybody else? I don't know. So it wouldn't have, hopefully, very much sugar in it. But again, I don't know. Maybe I should just make dark chocolate oatmeal cookies. I don't know. Or maybe I should just not do this challenge. Maybe I should just do 8. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Share with me what you think I should do in the comments below, because I can't decide. I keep going back and forth. The 6th challenge is to read a book set in a location that you would like to spend Valentine's Day in. And for this challenge, I have chosen The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. And that is because I think that the Paris Opera House would be such a beautiful and wonderful place to spend Valentine's Day with my darling, because of course pre-fire and all that, but anyway, yes, I think it would be fantastic. So that's my choice for that. Then book 7 is to read a book with a red cover. Well, what do you know? I have one right here. And then I'm going to skip on down to challenge number 9, which is to read a classic love story. Hey, look here. I have this book that's over 100 years old. Classic love story right here. Very popular, very well known. So yeah. So this afternoon and evening, some of y'all really got me thinking. How cool would it be if I were, I don't know, maybe it's just cool to me. And this could be, it could totally just be in my head that I think it's cool and nobody else does, or like, you crazy girl. But, so I need you to let me know, am I crazy or would you really like it? I looked it up, and this book is no longer protected by copyright issues. It is public domain because it was serialized in September of 1909 and finished coming out in January 8th of 1910, and then in 1911 in English. And Gaston Leroux passed away in 1927, and so it's, anyway, long story short, I looked into it. It's most definitely public domain in the United States, and so all of that to say, if you wanted me to, I would consider recording some videos of me reading this aloud, and we could kind of essentially read it together, sort of. And yeah, or I could do, it would be a dry reading essentially, because I don't have the time to read it, reread it, and make notes like what tones and whatnot exactly. It'd be kind of like the video that I did this, that I just uploaded. If you haven't checked it out, it's right up here somewhere. So check that out, where I read a page from 3 different books, and you get to pick which book I'm going to read. So go pick which book you want me to read in February, and then come back and let me know, would you be interested in watching a video where I read The Phantom of the Opera, or maybe a chapter or 2 or something. Just, give me your thoughts on that, because I would like to know them. Or if I'm just, crazy for even thinking about doing that. So there's that thought. And then the last challenge, challenge 10 for this readathon, is to read one of the host recommendations. And we've already seen that I have 2 possible host recommendations on my TBR, depending upon if I can get them in from the library in time or not. But anyway, that's my TBR for the InLoveAthon for 2018. And I am super excited about this, y'all. If you have not heard about it, or if you haven't thought about doing it, do it with me. It'll be so much fun. And maybe if you're interested in any of the books that I'm reading, maybe we could buddy read them together. That would be really fun. Oh my goodness, how fun would that be? That'd be a lot of fun. We should do it. You want to? You want to? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful, lovely day. And our night, if it's night, it's middle of the night here, it's 3 a.m. So maybe after now. It's been a while. It's late. But anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you are, and I will see you very soon. Don't forget to enjoy your story. Bye, friends.